So hello lovers, welcome to my YouTube channel, Hosanna's Vlog. Yeah, if you're just coming across for the first time or you're just new for the first time, this is Hosanna and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys went to church today and you guys experienced the undiluted power of Christ today. Yeah, so I'm actually doing this video because of how happy I am and how excited I am. I have a lot of testimonies to give. It may not be for me directly, but it's a testimony that is worth giving. You see this life, I am convinced that everything that God gives is double. Like, God cannot give you what will not make your mouth full. You see God, God cannot give you what people outside will look at and see and hear about and be like, oh God, what kind of God do you serve? This God is so good. You are serving a living God. Like, so I'm supposed to have done this video earlier before now, but so now I'll talk about two couples in my church. One is a pastor in my church, in my branch. The other one is a pastor in another branch. So the pastor in my branch has been married. He and his wife has been married for like 13 years. And then I gave birth last week November. Sorry guys. I gave birth last year November. And then I did my baby's dedication April this year. So I noticed when I gave for the dedication, the wife of the pastor was pregnant. See, I could not hold myself. I had to go and hug her because I'm like, this God, there's nobody that can be compared unto him. This God is so good. After 13 years, I went to go and hug him. I was so excited. I couldn't hold my joy. I was not announcing it. I was careful with the announcement, but I was like, God, how awesome are you? How awesome are you? Even when I even came back home, I had to even call my husband's attention to it. I asked my sister-in-law because she doesn't attend our church. So like people that I didn't care. I had to tell them they need to hear it. They need to know how good God is. After 13 years, I know the crazy thing. The woman gave birth June this year, and June this year she gave birth to a set of twins, a boy and a girl. God is God, no wonderful. He's God, no wonderful. You know the sweetest one. This one is sweet though, but the one that is more sweet, that has honey toppings on it. The pastor I know that is in another branch, but our church too. After 19 years of marriage, God blessed them with triplets. Oh, hey, Jesus. I cried. 2 girls and a boy. Do you know why I cried? I know that feeling. I know what it is for a woman to wait for years before giving birth. I know what it means for a woman or for couples to look for children, to look for pregnancy, to look for a child, for children. I passed through that stuff and I understand it perfectly, and I understand how serious it can be. I understand the sleepless night this woman passed through. The luck I had during my own time was my mother-in-law is a very good woman. See, I'm telling you, for once, she never came to me. She never even asked. Like, God is now waiting for what is no normal mother-in-laws now. Why have you not given my son a child? Why have you not taken my mother-in-law never did that. Never ever harassed me for anything. And I love her so much. I love the kind of grace she carries. She's a very good woman with a good heart. But some mother-in-laws, because the woman was now, the first woman that gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl, or now, before she took in, she was not advising ladies. I was like, not really advice, but she was talking actually, and she was like that. For every lady that is planning to get married, one prayer you should make to God is, please, let me not look for a child. Let me take in immediately I get married. She should not try to think about things that she has passed through in the hands of her mother-in-law, in the hands of people, even those in church. Now, she said a lot of things that I could actually relate to. Now, there's something that people don't know. There's something that a lot of people don't know. Now you see a TTC woman, a woman that is waiting for pregnancy, that is waiting for to bring for the child. There are things you don't tell the person, even if you mean well. Now let me tell you what I'm trying to say. Let me explain what I'm trying to say. Every single thing you say to a TTC woman, she interprets it in another way. Now a TTC woman is automatically turns emotional about everything you tell her, because she feels that everything you are saying to her is like you're mocking her for not having a child after getting married. So now every single thing you want to see, it's better you don't even talk to a TTC woman and you talk to her and you think you mean well and you say things that will end up hurting you because you feel that you're insulting her or you're trying to mock her. See, it's actually not easy. I understand I waited I got married 2019 and I gave birth to 22. You understand? I understand what it means to wait those years now. My own wasn't like, I know that I had a process to go through. I know I had PCOS and I know I had this process to go, but I've gone through this process and it's not coming. So it's actually very annoying to me because you see, there's one thing with this life. We have automatic womb watchers. I won't lie, I'm one of them. Do you know why I call it automatic womb watchers? It's not as if we have anything bad in mind when we are being a womb watcher. It's as if like, okay, this lady got married last year now. We've not seen pregnancy. Hope everything is fine. Me that is watching this womb, heaven knows I don't mean anything bad. But the fact that we are Nigerian in-laws, you will feel that when a lady is of age to get married and you get married, the next thing is childbirth. So we feel that since I've been following this particular person step by step now, what is happening? We need to get to the root of this gist. So we turn to automatic womb watchers. That is just what we are. Whether you know it, most times you don't even know you're a womb watcher, but you are a womb watcher. People who don't even send you, people that are not even related to, people that are not even close to, you are watching womb. You are telling them how to live their life. You're telling them, you are assuming what will happen in their lives. All of us at some point we did that. You know, truth is, if you've not passed through a process, you will not understand. If you've not passed through something, you are quick to open your mouth and talk. Wah. You are quick to have a conclusion, stamp it, send it, dispatch it, because you have not been in that position. I understand what it means to wait before giving birth to a child. It's not like I waited 13 years, it's not like I waited 19 years, but I understand. But you know my happiness, the best you can actually do in this life is to have faith in God. See, you see that thing you believe in? You see that thing you believe in? Continue to believe in that thing. But me, I believe in God, and I know that God has never disappointed me. God will always do something for you when He have looked at you and He knows you are ready for something. And He's doing this thing for you to make name for Himself. He always do this thing for when He knows you are ready, both mentally, physically, emotionally. He does it for you when He knows you are ready. Because I don't know, but I'm not saying that it's good that they waited all these years before giving birth, or I waited this year before giving birth. But if I didn't wait before giving birth, and I feel that is my right. But right now I know that it's not my right. It is not my right. It's happening because of the grace of God in my life. It happened to all of them, those that get the couple that gave birth to triplet, the one that gave birth to, because of the grace of God in their life and because of the mercies of God in their lives, in our lives, not because it's their right. You understand? So I'm actually going to give advice to people out there. If you see a woman that is married and you know she's a TTC, she'll be married for years without giving birth, and she's still expecting to give birth, be careful of the things you tell them, because everything you say to them is as if you're waging war against them. I know what I'm saying. It's as if you're waging war against them. It's as if you are insulting them. It's as if you're talking bad about them. So the best thing you do, if you know that you don't have a right way of putting a particular sentence, a particular word, or saying the particular thing you want to say, better don't say it. Maybe you just give them a hug and go. because one more. If you see how happy I am, you know, you're name very much, can they get rich? You know, we name very much, can they get rich? That's the kind of happiness I have. You know, I'm not gonna give it to treatment and twist, but no more. I am super excited. This God is good. Hey, God. See, if you think that something is not working out for you, I'm going to give you a free advice. Try God. If you feel that you not go feel reach this end, I say free advice. Try God. See, God will always give you what you need and not what you want. So God, maybe you are be praying for this particular thing and be like, I've been praying for this and God have not answered me. See, God cannot give you what you don't need. I probably God have looked and said, if I give this girl this thing, this particular thing will lead to her doom. He will not give it to you. But I will advise you, free advice. Try God. I've not seen God disappoint people. It might take time, it might take time to come. But I've not seen God disappoint people. But the best thing you ever do for yourself is don't have a wavering faith. Like, is that the right word to use? Don't have a faith that is shaking. If you believe that God has done this thing for you, continue to believe. For no reason, don't you ever think in your mind, on your heart, and say, how sure are you that God? Don't even add the how sure are you that God has, because God has already done it. But most times, our lack of faith is what hinders our answers most times. I know what I'm saying. Our lack of faith is what hinders our faith most times. So how do you claim you're a Christian and then your faith is shaking? And I'm talking to myself too, because on so many occasions I've had shaky faith, and that is why my answers have been withheld for a long time. That is why it's as if my answers are not coming to me, or maybe God is not answering my prayers. Just tell yourself that I'm going to remove doubt from myself. So to every TTC mother out there, just believe and say, God, as you have done to these two couples that gave birth to twins and gave birth to triplets, you have done mine for me. Just believe it though. There's something I did when I was still the TTC. I went to get baby things, baby clothes, baby botibo, and I used that as a point of contact to pray for my child to come forth to me. So if it's possible for you to do that, you do that. And that's what I'll give to women out there. If you know that you are married and you've been trying to give birth, or you've been trying to take in and it's not forthcoming, don't just relax and say it's going to come. Try and go to the hospital, go for tests, get some help, go and see doctors. If a woman, go and see the gynecologist, do necessary tests. You as a man, necessary tests, probably the sperm analysis, infection tests. Make sure you do necessary tests. Not that when you get married, you're trying to take in for like, once it's up to 6 months, if you're trying to take it for 6 months and it has not worked, you need to see a doctor. See a doctor and try and do it. I know a lot of people that these kind of things are happening to, that have never gone to the hospital for once to even do tests and say, okay, let me know what is happening. You see them going to prayer house. Nobody is saying you should not pray. Don't get me wrong, because you guys misinterpret people a lot. Don't get me wrong. Nobody is saying you should not pray. It might be a spiritual problem. I don't care. What I'm saying, if you have tried for 6 months and it's not working, go and see a doctor. As you're going to see a doctor, join your faith to it. Do the necessary tests. You get my point? And secondly, if you are trying to take in normal and it's not working for you, if you have the money, try IVF. See, time have passed when we are still in the olden, we are still having this archaic mentality that if it's not natural taking in, that child is not a human being, that child is not going to do this one. If you have tried taking it naturally and it's not working, try IVF. Try it. Because I've seen people that that have been married for years, and you know, as if you've had other trials, you're just waiting to have this, to take in this normally. If you have tried for years to take it normally, it's not working for you, why don't you try another pattern? If you're trying to do this in this way and it's not working for, what do? You try to do it in another way. That's what it's supposed to be, right? So if you're trying to take it normally for years, that's not what I said. I said for 6 months, go and see a doctor and do necessary tests with your spouse. For years, it's not tried. If you start taking normal, it's not working. Probably after going to see a doctor and they confirm you guys normal, and after taking in and it's not working, why don't you try IVF or any other pattern that could work for you? Now, if you've tried all this pattern for years and you guys are getting old in marriage, I would advise that you adopt. There are ways you can adopt. If you feel you cannot go to a motherless baby, if you feel you cannot go to motherless baby and adopt, there are people that they know they can't take care of this child. They're already pregnant, right? You're going to go for that child. You're going to keep them in a hospital or in a home with nurses and take care of them. Once they give birth to that child, the child is automatically yours. Maybe you have papers you need to sign or something. It's yours. But me, I advise you don't show your face. The person will not come up later and come and claim a child. You get my point? See, I'm saying all this things from the place of care and place of concern. Not like I'm trying to mock anybody or try to say anything bad. You understand? So that's what I want to say. So like I said, if you see any TTC mother, the first thing you do, please give them a good hug. These people are trying. The kind of thinking, the kind of things that go through their mind is a lot. Because me, when I was waiting to take in, when I was still a TTC, I know a lot of times that I'll wake up at night and start crying. Like, everything you tell me is an insult to me. Everything my husband says in his mouth is like he's mocking me for not giving birth to a child. That is how I felt. It's not like this is what he's doing. You get my brother? I'm telling you that everything you say, they tend to get emotional with everything. You understand? When you see a TTC mother, try to hug them. Don't mock them. Don't say bad things because maybe God have helped you. You are privileged to get married today and take in immediately. Everybody don't have that privilege. So since God has been good to you, you don't need to insult others to prove a point. You understand? So God is good. And guys, this testimony is swearing my belly. Is swearing my belly. And I thank God that I have to experience it firsthand. You know what it means to stay years in marriage and God not give you children. It's not one, it's not two, it's not three. Yeah. So guys, I just to share this testimony on behalf of them that gave birth to the child. And I like twins, and I wish that God would give me twins too. So I am sowing in their lives. I'm giving this testimony on their behalf and believing for my own twins to come. So I hope you guys are doing well. Have a nice day. Thank you guys for watching the video. I love you guys so much.